What's up, guys? It's your boys Wokey back out with another Sebastian video. Sebastian Rogers, by the way. We're going to be going continuously into the deep dive. A lot of you guys have been messaging me about the stepfather, where the two parents did do a polygraph, did pass, but the stepfather didn't take a test. He refuses to take a test. Red flag. You guys, there's been people messaging me about a whole bunch of different things when it comes to this case and who was involved, who was not. We found another case that we need to dive deep. But we're going to be watching this one from a YouTube channel called Love in Vegas. This one is a Sebastian Rogers update, so I don't know exactly what's entitled in this. Probably you're going to see the thumbnail, and then you guys will know before I do. This channel is trying to get monetized, so let's go help them out. They're at 918. We can help out with our subscriber count. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel by hitting that wiper icon down the bottom right. Hit that bell icon next to it. So when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification. That's Wokey myself has posted that video. Here soon in the next 3 to 4 weeks, you are going to be seeing differences happening in channels of Wokey. That's all I have to say when it comes to the way things look in the camera. So look forward to that. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Subscribe. Disclaimer. Warning, graphic content. Viewer discretion is advised. How come after a year we still don't know what happened to Sebastian Rogers? There are individuals in this world who are protected. There are individuals who are powerful. It's definitely not me. Janie Chrissy has been telling us the truth for over a year. Who's that? What you are about to hear in this video is very real. Stop and think. Why hasn't there been any updates from law enforcement? How come there hasn't been any arrests? Why can't we find Sebastian Rogers?
Chris, Janine Chrissy here, reaching out to you. I want to say you're a murdering pig. If you had anything to say to me, you want to take me in front of a judge, you know what I could say to that? Well, then you're going to have to bring in Dave Davidson and Richard Bishop and maybe Charles DeNaples before you question me. Because you see, Dave Davidson called me right after your stepson was taken. So, Chris, and he also sent me the HD50 Christie cement. So if you got anything to say to me or want to take me to a judge, I'm just going to say, kiss my ass. Then they got to bring in your little mobsters that went along with you, which would be David and Richard Bishop and your affiliation with your parents and the DeNaples. I don't think you could do that. So since you can't do that, you know what I got to say to you? Fuck you. You're a murderer. Try taking me to court.
I'm sorry for the profanity.
Because then you got to bring in all the others that I'll bring in with me. But all that being said, have a great day.
Have you ever heard of the Freemasons? I'm not getting into this one. The Freemasons are in every city, in every state, every country. Like, that's what I've heard. Celebrities, politicians, and the world's elites are part of the Freemasons. Not me. Do your research. This man is a 33-degree don't if you if you speak about Freemasons and you were one of them, isn't that like a bad thing? 33 degree?
That in
How many degrees are there?
America, English Masonry is different, but in America, after Blue Lodge, it forks off in two directions. You can either go to the Scottish Rite or the York Rite. The York Rite has 7 degrees. The Scottish Rite has 29 degrees.
Okay, but he has 33. So what does that mean?
The York Rite is the Christian path, so to speak. And the top of the York Rite is what is called the Knights Templar degree. Now, in the Scottish Rite, you have these 29 degrees. Some of them are really creepy. I mean, seriously creepy. They have one, I think it's a 19th degree, where they actually try to call up the devil.
Nope, I'm good.
You know, presidents, actors, I mean, people like, you know, Roy Rogers, Harry Truman, all kinds of celebrities, Burl Ives, they're 33rd, or were, they're all deceased now, 33rd degree Masons, Gene Autry, many of these people.
I'm talking about witches and how Richard Bishop and Joe Wolf, you know, they believe in black magic and they're Satanists. Well, do you know what these Satanists do? They take children, they abuse them sexually, and get them in a panic. There's some kind of adrenaline or something, I forget the name, but I tried to Google it and remember it, that the child will produce, and they need that to help themselves with their satanic powers. And this Summer Wells abduction was just that.
Finally, at the top, the 32nd degree, which is the Sublime Prince of the Royal Secret. And that's as high as most people go. If you're some really important person, either in industry or in politics or in entertainment, you might be offered
33
to become a 33rd degree Mason, which is the highest degree in American Masonry.
So Joe Wolf and Richard Bishop really are these disgusting Satanists that take kids, have sex with them, abuse little kids sexually for some kind of adrenaline that they produce in their satanic rituals. And that's what they did with Summer Wells. These guys are animals. Richard Bishop is a complete animal, and his wife she's disgusting witch.
Basically, Masonry is an antichrist thing. It claims it's not religious, but it is. If you drill down into this deep enough and read the books that are written by people like Albert Pike, like Albert Mackey. These are two, you know, or Arthur Edward Waite. These are 3 prominent scholars of 19th century, early 20th century Masonry. And all of them were occultists. Arthur Edward Waite, he wrote a book on black magic and pacts.
Who's this guy? Like, is he interviewing him or?
To sell your soul to the devil. But in my book, I document how almost every single leading occult person of the late 19th and early 20th century was a Freemason. But what none of these men understand, I don't think, is that deep down inside there's this very dark, evil energy, which is very sexualized. We document in the book how many men that have come to us over the years for deliverance, they were in Masonry and they began to be drawn into wickedness, into perversion, and even into pedophilia. And it's dark, dangerous stuff because it opens up unholy desires within the men.
And I've been bitching about this for so long. And you know, they put out that picture with Sebastian Rogers with the yellow jacket guy. I don't care what anybody says. I say it's Richard Bishop. He has the yellow jacket somewhere because he didn't think that anybody actually was going to make an issue of it. The cops aren't never going to say it's Richard Bishop in the yellow jacket till they have all their evidence. Yeah, I say it's Richard Bishop in the yellow jacket because he organized the abduction.
American composer is what I read.
Of Sebastian Rogers.
Oh, she's got the video. I saw the picture. I'm looking at the picture. What do you guys see on this? That is Sebastian on his cell phone. Okay, so I think I see it. So this is like his torso. This is his head. Arms, maybe? Is he wearing jeans? I don't know what that is.
Over, like the whole thing all coincides. And like I said, I just thought it was Wolf, Richard, and Bishop. Like, years ago, I sent this Weston, because he's on the government watch list when I was sending things to the FBI. I sent his name to the FBI, like years ago. And they investigate everything when you send them something, or when you and I sent pictures of him being on government watch list. Anyway, they have been looking into things. And like I said, there's like a certain group of people that know what's going on. It's going to be a big RICO bust. The feds take forever. They really do, and the law don't tell you anything. But the other people that know besides the law are the intuitive tarot readers. And like I said, this really is my story that I keep posting on these tarot readers. You know, when you're sitting down at night or whatever, take a look, because it is really the explanation of horrifying white-collar crime. And this white-collar crime is all by warlocks and witches. Yeah, like covenants, like groups of like people like this. And that's why it's worth listening to.
Why can't we just be normal? Why do we have to do this weird stuff? Like, what happened to go hunting or go to a go-kart track or spending time with your kids? No, we gotta do some weird stuff. Some red flag kind of stuff. Be normal. Don't be weird.
Because this, you can't make this shit up.
The first, see, what they do is they bring you into the temple, and they have the secretary, which is a male. We're all males. There's no female Masons here. I know in Europe, I think they do, not here. Unless you're an Eastern Star, that's different. Okay. But the Freemasons, you got the Blue Lodge, which is composed of all different nationalities and backgrounds of Masons, right, to include different religious sets. Hindu, Muslim, whatever. You could be atheist, they don't care. You could be Satan, you could be a devil worshiper. And they'll bring a devil worshiping Bible right there, Satanic Bible, so you could you take the oath. Yeah, they don't care. See, I didn't know that until I started doing more homework on it. What did I get myself into? But
did you ever get that far?
Oh yeah, I became a Master Mason. Okay. I mean, the highest you go is 33rd, but okay, even at 32nd, see, from the ranks of 30th to 33, which is 3, that's when they divulge the actual truth to you.
I got you.
You know, which they have you in darkness all those years, and then once you start climbing up the rituals and the phases, and you go up the ranks or degrees, right, we call it, you could go from the 3rd degree to the 32nd degree in a weekend.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you could do it in 2 days. They call that the fast track.
Joe Wolf, you're making the Masons look like idiots. I heard there's a bunch of grown men in a graveyard. Bunch of grown men standing in a graveyard practicing spells, and they're Masons. How sickening and stupid is that, Wolf?
You know, and not every Masonic lodge. I mean, they all talk about the same, but everybody's different. You know, because in order for you to be a Shriner, you got to be a Mason. For you to be a Knights Templar, you got to be a Mason. And the more you go up in that pyramid, and the highest you could go is a Rothschild.
Did you people hear what I said? Joe Wolf took Summer Wells and took her to my house, where she probably ended up in the well or a burn barrel. I'm not sure which. I think the burn barrel, like the way they had for sale on it in Candace's yard. And I think David is the one that scripted Candace and Don, and Joel took her, and they took her to 353 Daleville Highway. It's my story. I'm sticking to it, and I believe it. He's a dirty pedophile old man, the Bishop's. His wife is a witch that practices black magic every night. Sherman's got stalkers. I told you, I'm walking my dog. You got the Bishop coming around one corner, and then you got some freak in a red car parked around the right. And you know what? I do feel energies, and she was a witch. She was a no-good witch. And I'm listening to all the tarot readers, because they'll say what the law won't say. They'll say the things that the law is not saying. And this Sherman Weston, this scam, was so disgusting with all his little witches, his little covenant of witches and practitioners throwing spells my way. I say, kiss my ass. They're not hitting. They're going to wipe these all out like flies, like swatting flies. And what don't get wiped out, SWAT will clean up. Seriously,
Man, there's a lot in this video, and it's only 13 minutes long.
you people are all assholes. Stop it with your witchcraft. Everybody's sick he is. These are all getting exposed.
If you start exposing them, they'll go after you, they'll go after your family, they'll try to kill you because the government's part of it. It's not only civilians, the government is in cahoots with these people.
Right.
That's why I'm not saying nothing. I'm just a reaction channel. I'm just looking into this, okay?
Right. And in there's sectors throughout the whole country that split apart. I don't know if it's northeast, south, and west.
So if him talking about them, isn't he exposing them?
But they have witches that are in charge of these sectors and warlocks that are in charge of these sectors, and they pretty much monitor the satanic, I'm going to use the...
Is this man alive still? Does anybody know?
Satanic, members. Like they call it congregation too, just the opposite of being a Jesus believer. I don't want to use the word Christianity.
Yeah.
But I want to, believers, right? So they have specific warlocks and, Council of 13 witches, which are either male or female, and pretty much they're in charge of thousands of members of the congregations and the local witches and warlocks that are in charge of that congregation.
Wow.
And a lot of them are politicians, heavily involved in witchcraft. And they have to do certain rituals and certain things in order for them to gain favor with the Rothschilds, and then they send orders of doing things for that family.
Wow.
They give them orders, and with those orders money comes with it.
Do you see now what's really going on? I'm a little nervous about that. Special thanks. Thank you to what? To who? False channel. To almost false channel. Days for the truth channel. I don't know what those are. Very interesting. I honestly don't want to think that's what happened to Sebastian. But when I'm looking into some of the letters and documents that I've been reading into this, the whole thing with the stepdad is looking weird. He doesn't want to take a polygraph. That's suspicious. It's like, I'm sorry, I need to get my lawyer. Why would you need a lawyer? I'm definitely going to do more videos of Sebastian. I didn't know this was going to be this dark. So my reaction is raw. I didn't know I didn't know what to expect with the Sebastian Rogers update. I felt like I was missing something in the beginning, like I should have watched something before. Definitely don't want to mess with dark stuff. I am always about, who, the big man upstairs, the Lord himself. And I just don't know why things have to be weird and bad and crazy and all things nasty. Pedophiles, murders. I just don't know why people can't coexist. Why do we have to murder, bank rob? Like, just live your life like it's normal. Like, we don't need to do all that. Just be yourself and don't be... I know that some people apparently can't help it because they're diagnosed with schizophrenia or psychosis or, all these different things that people are diagnosed with anymore that lets them do what they want, apparently. And their mental stability. Oh, I'm diagnosed with ADHD, so that's why I can murder. Now, that's not what... No. Don't be using that crap. Like, they'll use the stupidest things. Oh, my history of my childhood was bad. Which, again, my condolences to those that had a very bad upbringing. And it was bad, and their parents did things that they shouldn't have. And you deserve better. Way better. You deserve nothing but greatness going forward. But it doesn't give you the right to commit murder onto somebody else because your history. Like, I wouldn't say I can compare myself to somebody that's been through a lot of trauma, I've seen things, gross things when it comes to army stuff and everything. Things that I never thought I would ever see. And it does things to you. And I'm not just speaking for myself. I'm speaking for people that have gone through other forms of PTSD besides war and stuff like that. There's the RAPE. There's the physical abuse. I mean, there's PTSD in all different shapes and forms, but I'm just speaking out of mine, of what I've seen and the people that I've lost along the way and I've been with when they have passed. And it definitely bothers you. It definitely screws you up in the head. But I've never thought about taking anyone's life. And that's why I don't understand why people, oh, they had a bad upbringing. Let's just give them a little, and we'll give them 20 to 40 years, okay? We don't need to do life. I literally watched, I don't know if I said this in yesterday's video. I watched the video where this guy did this horrific kind of stuff to these women. Murder, R-A-P-E, R-A-P-E. So much abuse. Maximum was 78 years. He got no social media. He got no, can't be on a computer. Has to be watched at all times. Like checked in, has to check in. And 150 hours of community service. They gave him the minimum when they could have given him the max. Justice is broken. I'm telling you. There are great justices in certain aspects. But those women that were all done, like I said, the justice system failed them for giving that 17-year-old boy 150 hours of community service. Pretty much, don't ever do that again. Guess what? He's trying to reoffend with the same woman he did before. It's grotesque. There is justice in certain places, but there is not justice everywhere. People want money, people want power, people want fame, and they're willing to do anything, and if it destroys families, they don't care. As much as we want to see that there is a beautiful world when it comes to there are beautiful people out there, but there is evil in this world. It hides, it comes out, it devours, and we need to put a stop to that. And part of it is in our legal system. Why are we letting plea deals happen? Why are we letting kids go away and we never hear from them again? I mean, I can't believe the amount of missing children and missing people signs I've seen in Walmart or Target or on the road on a billboard, or like, it's not your kid. Like, what gives you the right to take children? What gives you the right to take people? Like, I can't. I could continue and get nastier and nastier, and I just should shut my mouth. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this. Very scary indeed. But again, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Again, this channel was called Love in Vegas. Go give the love where it is due. Help the person get to. I love helping channels get monetized. It fills my heart knowing I helped in some shape or form, and I like to help as many people as I possibly can. And reach you guys on a whole bunch of different channels, not just myself, and how much you guys enjoyed this channel and that channel that I've brought forth. I like spreading the wealth of enjoyment. So, again, thank you guys for being here. Please take care. Be safe. As always, keep nerding on, and we will see you guys in the next video.